Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the wrap-up for the Cruiserweight Classic finale. Holy hell. I am Mad Mike. You know who I am. With me to talk about this amazing 2-hour finale is the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
This was a journey. Journey of not a show really, but a journey of a I guess. But oh man, talk about this.
And with us, we have another man. He has not been on one of these shows in a very long time. It has been too long, in my personal opinion. But we have the Rizz.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
Rizz.
I seem to lost my pants and soiled them at the same time.
Okay, and Rizz is slightly robot-y too, but he's definitely lost his pants and he is losing internet at the same time.
Am I losing internet? Am I really
No,
losing
you are
internet?
fine now. You are fine now.
Okay.
All right, and
I don't know why that happened.
We also may have a special correspondent coming in live from Orlando in a little bit. One of my buddies was there live, and I think he's gonna be popping in a little later to talk about it. But let's fucking start without him. So the Zack Sabre Jr. and the Gran Metallik.
And the Gran Metallik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gran Metallik, the Zack Sabre Jr., because I assume there's only one of each of those guys. Holy hell, what a match.
That was fun.
Yeah. There he is.
Awesome. There he is.
There he is. And ladies and gentlemen, a newcomer to the world of mayhem. This is my friend Jesse Long, who is on the podcast Wrestle Crush Whenever.
Got it right this time. It's good.
Yes. So Jesse, I know you can't talk for too long because you're driving home. How was the show live?
It was a very interesting. It was a very interesting night. It was very loud. I got the wonderful experience of getting to sit in front of the specific kinds of wholesale people that the internet likes to shit all over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the Paul Heyman shirt, the Paul Heyman shirt guy.
I didn't see it. I tried my best to just ignore it and just pretend like it wasn't there. And just pretend it wasn't there.
Well, at least you weren't sitting next to some asshole in a sash. Anyway, he was. That's an inside joke. So Jesse, what'd you guys think of the winners?
I'll give it to you. It was unpredictable for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely unpredictable. It's definitely unpredictable. On a scale of called it to didn't call it at all, it was like an 11 of didn't call it.
Yeah, it seemed like Full Sail was a little bit non-receptive of TJ Perkins winning.
Yeah, it was a little bit surprising, but at the same time, and it was interesting because I know I was driving into the building going, man, I really hope it's not like Sabre or Ibushi because that just seems so obvious. And then like by the time they both won, it's like, I'm sorry.
Hey, technically, so really, it's all your fault.
It's all my fault. Just like always, wholesale crowds getting blamed for everything.
All right. We were talking about the Sabre and Gran Metallik match, which wow, it was amazing.
I enjoyed it a lot. I love Sabre. I'm apologizing. I'm not making eye contact now. I'm trying not to run over Full Sail students.
I mean, you can run over some of them.
They probably have cameras, so that's probably not a good idea.
Cameras and the traffic ninjas.
So Rizz, this is the first time we've had you on in a while. What did you think of the first match there?
Come on. You have the Gran Metallik.
Well, we haven't had you on
Zack
for a
Sabre
Cruiserweight
Jr.
Classic at all, so
in WWE, in a WWE ring, doing things that, let's be honest, WWE's not going to let them do unless it's big. and this was big. Yeah, this was amazing. Like that was my that was one of the first CWC is one of my first times watching Zack Sabre Jr. Period. End of discussion. Unless he was fighting, Kurt Angle and it was like a video that popped up of him facing Kurt Angle, and it was one of those things where I'm like just in awe of the crazy shit that he's done and did in that ring, and I can't wait on. He's on the schedule for Monday, right?
No.
He's on for no.
Sabre is not, which I think is alluding to why Sabre and Ibushi may not have advanced to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, I think he put up a really great showing in this match, and I was very interested to see how the match was going to come together, and that this was definitely the biggest styles clash of any of the matches in the tournament. I thought it was really well. There are certain things, and some of you, Rizz or Mike, may not have picked up on this because you may have not have seen a lot of Zack Sabre matches. I picked up on a couple moments of miscommunication.
Yeah.
He's
there were a few things here and there, because has Sabre really performed live, live on a pay-per-view type scale type of that?
Other than Evolve Eye pay-per-views probably, but in that sense, yeah. I think it was just a case of certain miscommunications when it came to having to set up for certain moves that he normally does. There's a certain cradle pin that Metallik had to get his legs up but didn't get his legs up.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things like that where if you don't follow a lot of Zack Sabre's matches, you wouldn't have noticed, I don't think. Because I think there were enough pros to kind of, work on the fly.
Says the guy whose picture is of him with Zack Sabre Jr.
I do have a picture with him. But no, I thought they worked amazingly, and it was a really great surprise to see how well they did work together, being people with two different language barriers and two different styles.
And I was a little surprised that we got that match first, but then oh my god, did we get TJ Perkins and Kota Ibushi?
Yeah.
Holy
Honestly,
shit! I mean, I think that was even better than the finale.
It was.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought I was going to be alone.
Oh, really, really good. Kota is so good at everything. Some of the kicks that he hit, I kind of feel bad for TJ Perkins just because his chest was exploded throughout the entire night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow morning, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But then we got a nice little break, and by break I mean a trip to the fireworks factory. The tag team match.
You did a great job of having a cool down match, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's like Barney Stinson's playlist. It's rise, 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 rise. That's all it was.
And can I just point out that it was not only a cool down match for us, the fans. It was a cool down match for Daniel Bryan, who I think literally lost his voice during both of those matches, because that was all Morrow. If you take a look back at the take a look back at the commentary, Morrow carried that entire match.
Mm-hmm. I believe Brian even said, "I'm saving my voice." I saw Taz tweet that out. I thought that was really nuts. I wonder if that was the reason they had the little talking segment with Regal and Corey Graves before the final to give Daniel's voice a little rest.
Yeah, definitely.
But what was that, Jesse?
Awesome commentary, and I'm gonna have to go back and just listen to the commentary and play back my head movies.
Honestly, you can even listen. I've done this before. I've listened to the Cruiserweight Classic and not watched it. You still pretty much follow everything that's happening because Morrow is really good.
No, yeah, I've loved. I just kind of want this commentary team just last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they could bring both of them on Raw for all the Cruiserweight matches like they did with Mike Tenay back in the day, that'd be awesome. At least Corey Graves is on there, and he knows some of these guys, so that'll help.
Yeah.
But Michael Cole calling a Gran Metallik match might be a little rough.
Oh, it's gonna be disgusting.
Only Michael Cole could ruin some cruiserweight action.
Although he's been okay. But I was so happy we got to see Cedric Alexander on this show.
Cedric Alexander is so good. Like, he is so good.
There are not many people who can do a baseball slide to the second turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so excited. Cedric is going to be on Raw. I can't wait. It's going to be really good.
I'm just gonna. Hey, I'm gonna be perfectly fine if Cedric just like takes it from TJ, like just in first seconds of Raw, just like just complete squash match. Give it to Cedric.
That would be great, actually.
I
Like, let's piss off TNA and Ring of Honor at the same time.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it would be far-fetched to say, like, personally, I may be wrong. As far as this whole show goes, like, that tag match may have been my favorite match of the show. Like, no knock onto any of the tournament matches, but like just the flurry of stuff in that tag match was so amazing. Like,
well, you also didn't have the stress of knowing like these are tournament matches. Like, this was just, oh, it's four guys who want to beat the crap out of each other. Yay.
Yeah.
like there were no stakes. So I mean, I guess in that sense it was kind of the cool down match, even though the in-ring action would suggest otherwise. What you guys, before we get to the finals, what'd you guys think of the medals? Like the little Chewbacca medals, like,
That's
and
why
the
he didn't win, because I think the medal was bigger than he was. Falling right down. Help.
Oh man. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool.
It was cool in a way that it hadn't really been done before on WWE as much
Now,
as you're getting a title.
Sabre, Ibushi, and Metallic take their medals and put them on the Cruiserweight title, cash that in.
They become the gift of the King of Kings.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Oh God.
That's how he showed up tonight. Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
That's how he showed up. They just held. It was like the Power Ranger medallion. You just hold it out in front of you, and he shows up. It's like the Megazord.
I kind of wish they wore those medals out for the finale. Each of the medals turned out to be the side plates for the Cruiserweight title.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Right?
I like that idea.
All right, so Jesse, you were there live. What was the reaction to the Cruiserweight Championship?
No, fantastic. We loved it. And I mean, I know personally we were all just like, turn around. I want it. I went on the network in the crowd to see what the belt looked like. And it like that belt that's gorgeous. I love that belt. I'm a belt mark, but that's pretty. Not the big logo.
It was made better by when the referee held it up. Two ugly ass guys were right in the middle of the belt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can pretty clearly see me and Mayor of NXT, Rick, making pretty dumbass expressions.
Yeah, Jesse sent me a picture of him watching it on the network, and as the referee is raising the belt for the match, their heads are right underneath the title. But that belt is gorgeous. Like, before we started, I was telling Eamon how much I love that belt. It's really the best belt they have in WWE. I love the purple strap.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
We need more colored straps. No, I mean, we do. I'm serious. Like, there's a reason The Miz looks good with that Intercontinental title. It's a white strap.
But then everybody was kvetching about the Universal title looking like a fruit roll-up. So.
I was gonna say I'm glad they did this and weren't like scared based off of SummerSlam. Like, how bad would that be if the title looked like? How bad would that be if the title looked like crap? Like,
honestly, if they were to think about that, there wouldn't be the designs for the women's and the SmackDown tag team titles either.
Well, yeah.
Which which are just color swaps of the other titles.
I do like the silver. I don't know why I
Yeah,
love
that,
the
that
silver.
works.
But
That
the
works a
silver
lot
looks
better.
really.
Just so classy looking.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looked like a UFC title.
A little bit, yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
It'll
All
look great.
What was that, Jesse?
It'll look great on Cedric.
Fully agree. Fully agree. All right, so that final match. Wow. Just so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
If I could sort of derail the Wonder Train for a moment, I have to say, sitting there live, you kind of felt like we just watched the same match 3 times. I'm not gonna lie, a little too much repetition in some of the spots, a little too many of the boo yay, battle of wills, and I kind of just felt like I watched the same match 3 times. That was a great match, but I would have done with a little bit more from the finale of the match, as opposed to just another TJ Perkins match.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, it does, because TJ Perkins and Gran Metallik don't really have that difference of a style.
Yeah, because Metallik, I like, he's a luchador, but he also was doing a lot of submission stuff, a lot of striking, really. I feel more than like a normal luchador, which I think is cool, but I think could kind of play into like what Jesse mentioned of like, some of the stuff kind of repeating and stuff like that.
I wish they each had one big thing that they could have saved for the finale.
But I kind of feel like
we almost had it.
What was that, Jesse?
I kind of feel like TJ would have botched that too.
I
I apologize in advance if I cut out. I got like 8% on my phone, so I might just cut out randomly.
It's all right. It's all right. But Jesse, since you only have 8%, where can people find your guys' podcasts?
You can find us at Team Hammerfist, TEAMHAMMAFIST. Rick and I do it about bi-weekly. It's called Wrestle Crush Whenever for a reason, because it's whenever we can find the time to do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can find me at THF. Yeah, that's about it. Those are the only 2 I use. So.
All right. Yeah, I'll tag you guys from the Mayhem feed too when we put this up. But yeah, I was telling Eamon and Jesse this before. I felt it was a little bit not disappointing, but just a slight letdown that it was Perkins and Gran Metallik, the guys we know have signed.
Mm-hmm.
But the showing of the title made more sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna do that, why not have this be Brian Kendrick's story?
I really couldn't agree. I feel like given it, I feel like there could have been a million better choices. We could have given it to Rich Swann or Akira. If you're going to go out of left field and not the 2 obvious choices, you could have gone with, like I said, Akira Tozawa and Rich Swann, or some
or Gallagher
dog versus underdog kind of story. I don't know.
Yeah, and just based off of and again, like not to talk on TJ Perkins too much, but also just based off of the brackets, I just had a bit more of an investment in someone like maybe like Mike mentioned, a Kendrick or like a Rich Swann. I kind of just had maybe a bit more investment in them. Like I thought TJ's like closing speech was really good, because I really kind of felt more for TJ in that ending speech than I did for most of the tournament. I think that's kind of my issue, but yeah, I think there was a couple other better choices to go with as far as a final goes, especially with like, I think it comes to that point of like they kind of went with 2 people that they had already signed because they were debuting a new belt. So which is understandable, but at the same time, I think you could have gone in some other direction.
It felt a little obvious, and by about a quarter of the way through the final match, the writing was on the wall. We could definitely see exactly where it was going. We all had hope that like pulled it out at the very least, but the writing was definitely on the wall. And I honestly didn't hear TJ's speech because we were too busy booing him.
Watch it again. TJ Speech was
out from a, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's the crowd, the general crowd reaction definitely would have, you know, probably polluted my headspace, and you know, I'll watch it back sort of as a fan watching it on TV, and I might have a different reaction, but
TJ's speech afterwards was really good.
Yeah,
it was really, really good. I mean, I meant that I brought this up when it was TJ Perkins versus Gran Metallik. Like, I thought initially Gran Metallik was going to win because he was the guy they were plugging, but I'm like, oh, what if they just give it to Perkins because he doesn't need a translator?
Yeah, as soon as Mike said that, I was like,
that's when it clicked in my head. I'm like, that's the way they're gonna go.
And can I just do a sidetrack here about that translator and about how one is supposed to conduct themselves with a translator?
Usually you're supposed to respond with what they said, but in English.
Yeah. But the interpreter didn't get that chance, as you saw with was that Kathy Kelly?
No, it's both of them aren't Kathy Kelly. They all of the developmental announcers look the same.
Whoever
I'm
that
convinced Kathy Kelly just
Charlie Caruso and like Skippy Malloy and Ruth Braunstein. I don't know.
I know Carly Caruso was the main interview lady. I can't think of the name of the woman who was translating.
Well, Carly Caruso?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. She needs to stop and hand the microphone over to the translator, because that lady needed to speak, even though you can understand what Gran Metallik was saying before. But I mean, that was just a little nitpicking of my little. Because if you saw my Twitter feed, I was just yelling at her to let her speak.
I think we got the gist of what Metallik was saying, though.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Maybe they were instructed not to.
They might have also been instructed to keep it moving.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true. You guys see that one bump that almost scared the crap
I don't know,
out of me?
Rizz. There were a lot of them. Which one are you talking about?
Let's see. The dive to the outside with his back against the where TJ Perkins and Gran Metallik kind of missed.
He missed everything.
Missed?
He did a Jeff Hardy swanton to the floor.
Oh. Like, I almost thought he died. Like, I would have just walked out right there. I'll be like, I'm done. This is over. I don't want to see any more. I'm done.
Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh man, but yeah, it was just so much fun. Such a great.
But I think, like you guys were saying before, TJ Perkins Kota Ibushi match was the best match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Tournament.
Yeah, tournament
match.
I don't know if it was my favorite match of the tournament, though.
No.
I don't think it was my favorite match of the tournament, but like
Cedric definitely, I think.
That's what I would go with.
Cedric and Ibushi, yeah. Cedric and Ibushi was really good. Even Gargano and Ciampa was really good too.
Yeah.
Just because of the emotion involved in that one. And,
yeah.
I would have gone with Kendrick and Ibushi.
Yeah.
Pretty much Ibushi. Let's say Ibushi.
Let's just say Ibushi was really good, you guys.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think that guy might have a future in this wrestling thing.
Spoiler alert, the man called the Golden Star gets all of the gold stars.
Yeah.
I did it. All right. Okay, so if you guys had to pick all right, we'll start with Jesse because I know your phone's dying. Who is the person you would have take the belt from TJ Perkins? If you could pick anyone from this tournament or anyone from Raw.
Lince Dorado, 100%. Totally not biased.
Lince Dorado. Okay, yeah. All right, I get it.
No, honestly, Cedric Alexander. I feel like he has the best feel-good story of the whole tournament, like behind like Brian Kendrick maybe. I feel like the next Cruiserweight champion needs to be a really good story. And I guess TJ has a good story too, but I've heard some stories about TJ Perkins that make his story not so great.
Yes, we all know he dabbled in suicide business.
It is very manic in his business.
Dabbled in other people.
All the horrible jokers.
All right. So, Eamon, how about you? What was that, Jesse?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Eamon, who would you have take the belt from Perkins?
I was also going to say Cedric Alexander, but I'm actually going to switch it up. I'm going to say Rich Swann.
Okay.
Because also based off of the match he had with Perkins in the tournament, because they played off their friendship. Like I think it would be really cool to have Swann win.
All right. Rizz, how about you?
Because you guys took both mine.
Do you want me to go first and you can think?
No, because then you'll probably take mine.
I know.
But I think the one name that just jumps to my mind. Well, I have two names, but I'm going to pick one. Tozawa.
Okay.
Just
right.
come on. You have to have somebody like. I mean, plus it couldn't be like the whole "you defeated my friend, now it's my turn" type thing, where it goes back and forth like that. Or it can just be a really damn good match between the two.
Okay. I'm going to be a little different, and I was originally going to say Cedric, and then I didn't. I'm going to say Neville. I'm going to say Neville, because I think Neville TJ Perkins would be a really fun match, and I think Neville was built for matches like these.
I'd also bet good money, because assumingly if we're going by what the pay-per-view is called, the upcoming pay-per-view, Perkins is going to have to defend the belt on it, right?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I think Neville could be a really cool one, just as like a quick, since they only have like a week.
I could see them also putting him in a rematch with Gran Metallik.
Or a rematch with Metallic. Yeah.
Royal for and Alejandro Styles is going to take it.
I really want Alejandro Styles to make it. That or Raul Mendoza, one of those guys.
Oh, you know it could be really fun? If on Raw, we get a Cruiserweight Battle Royal for an number one contendership.
Yeah, do it with all the guys that went out in the first round.
Yeah, or just like all the guys, like put everyone who you are gonna see on Raw in that match.
That could be fun.
That could be really fun, because then you have a built feud right away, and you can put Perkins on Braun Strowman. If Braun Strowman came in and just started ripping off masks like he was one of the burglars in Home Alone 2, that would be awesome.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and pick one of the hottest free agents in wrestling right now. He teamed with AJ Styles last night, man. James Ellsworth.
Yeah, James Ellsworth.
I can see that.
Oh, chinless. Chinless James
Americana
Ellsworth.
is going to win it.
Americana. Oh God, you guys, it's gonna be Sin Cara. Let's not.
Oh God,
one of these days it's gonna be Sin Cara.
Shame on you.
I'm just saying it now so it doesn't happen.
Well, it's only a matter of time before Hornswoggle gets called back up to WWE.
And we have a ladder match. We have WLC 2 to unite the Cruiserweight Championships.
No.
It's Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon all over again, you guys. It's exactly the same as that.
By the way, I just realized Drew Gulak is wrestling on NXT.
Is he really?
That would be another good choice.
I want Drew Gulak just to be on the sign at least.
I mean, Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher. How fun would that match be?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think that they'll just do flippy shit? No, they'll do like some strong or catch can wrestling for the entire match.
Hashtag King of Safe Style.
Yes.
By the way, can we all agree that the team of Sasha Banks, Rich Swann, Kalisto, Jack Gallagher, and Bailey is the best Survivor Series team ever?
Basically.
Yes. Yes.
I will say that's one of the things that I loved about tonight is usually whenever they like have a big match, they trudge out people and they say, "Oh, look, it's Kota Ibushi, for example," and then they immediately shuffle them back. They came out about halfway through the show and they stayed there and they actually watched the show with Izzy. They actually watched.
Wait, Izzy was there too?
Yeah, Izzy was singing with Sasha Banks.
Oh, not with Bailey?
Oh, total swerve. She turned heel.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Joined the Boss Club.
But yeah, they did that. They did the same thing during Takeover too. Like Takeover, Sasha and Becky just watched half the show. It was awesome.
See them being fans and actually watching. Like, you guys couldn't see it because they obviously didn't put the camera on them the whole time. But you could, like, it was enjoyable to watch, like Sasha, like flipping her shit.
Sasha watching wrestling matches is one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah, like I want like a network show of Sasha reacting to matches. That's a new show we need.
We can call it Sasha Cam or Boss Cam. Boss Cam with Sasha Banks. But yeah, like she was starting chants at Takeover. She was just in the front row, like starting the clapping chant, like "Come on, come on!" It was amazing. All right, so I think we are going to sign off here. Eamon, where can the good people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2Please, and you can also check out the wrestling promotion I'm involved with, Inspire Pro Wrestling over at InspireProWrestling.com. Go check out our latest event that's on Smart Mark Video because it features Cruiserweight Classic competitor Lindsay Dorado. So yeah.
All right, and Jesse, where can they find you one more time?
And it is TEAMHAMMAFIST because I can't shorten it. Twitter won't let me. I can't. All the good ones are taken. Yeah, you can find it at thfist.com, and you can find Wrestle Crush whenever on iTunes and SoundCloud, and on the Team Fist Facebook page when we do it live, and all over the place like that.
Excellent. And Rizz, how about you?
You can find me at the Rizz on the Twitters, where I just pretty much yelled very loudly with my fingers about the CWC, or you can find me at Rizz Plays Games on the Twitters, on the Twitches, on the YouTubes, YouTube Lives, YouTube Gamings, YouTube anything if you like video games.
All right, and you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. I will be live tweeting Lucha Underground pretty quickly after tonight. I think I'm going to be watching some Gordon Ramsay, and I'm going to be watching Lucha Underground. So hit up at Mayhem Show. Follow the hashtag MM to hear me freak out about a moth and an assassin trying to kill each other. So that'll be fun. Also, tomorrow night, we have the Midweek War proper as we come back to our original system. We got Lucha, we got NXT, we got your Impacts. We're going to have them all. We're going to rank them. We're going to see which one's better and which one is Impact. All right. So, for Eamon Paton, for the Rizz, for the real Jesse Long, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been the Cruiserweight Classic Wrap.